Today I'm without my Dawne. It's just me, and I'm working on my Nutcracker Journal, and I'm just putting together this other waterfall. Then I'll have all the components, and then all I need to do is make tags and other kind of ephemera and get pockets and such and finish this guy up. So I can get back to my Halloween journal. Hope you're having a good Friday. So far, so good here. Managed to get some sleep last night, sort of ish. Like I woke up at the usual 1:30, but I managed to fall back asleep about 3 and stay asleep until about 5. So I'm good with that. And I'm using tape for this. This is the Easy Runner white permanent tape, and I really like it. It's just easier. It's not wet. It doesn't make my paper crinkly. Good morning, Jana. Quiet in here this morning, and that's fine. People were coming for my Dawne, and she's not here. So I'm just laying these pieces on, just kind of making sure 3 sides are even best I can. If they're not perfect, they're not perfect. This is the last one in this little waterfall booklet. And I can place it in the journal and start with the fun parts. There's always going to be some tedium to journal making. Hi, Beth. Good morning. And to me, these are the tedious parts. And especially since I'm trying to make this a fairly clean journal. So much like, unlike junk journals, it's not junky at all. Although there's some junk I'll probably throw in here. Just because I want to. Hi, Vicki. Good morning. I love this tape. I wish I had skill with my ATG because it's just a heck of a lot easier putting things together like this with tape. Okay, so that goes on this side. Now, what I think I'll do that I didn't do on this side, and I should have, but I didn't, is I'm going to create a holder so it doesn't flop. And so I have this piece right here. What I think I'll do is tape it to the back and then have it fold up around. I just have to decide what position I want. And then attach it somehow. I think I want to go right about there. And I want to make sure that I don't get it too tight. Now I think I want to come up just a little bit. I want to make sure I don't get it too tight though, because once I start putting pockets in and stuff, this is going to thicken up. Right about there looks good. Hey Randy, good morning. Hi Reagan. Hi Di, good morning. So get some glue on here. Let's lay it down so I get it on here straight adjacent. In the middle best I can. Okay, that looks good right there. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with this, and I want to get it done so that Sally's got something to show off. So I received all these materials at no cost to me from Sally over at Relatively Thoughtful. This is a little bit crooked. It's just going to have to be. Okay, so how do I want to attach this? Let's think about that a minute. I could do 2 brads and then tie it shut, but that would mean you'd have to pull it all apart to look at it. I could do a magnet, but I don't have any magnets that to me are strong enough. This needs to come up just a wee bit. Dun, dun, dun. What do you guys think? How should I do that? Hey, Michelle, good morning. I have some little buttons, but they're plastic, and I don't really feel like having plastic on here. I could just put a strip across and have it fold up into the strip, but I feel like it would then just pop off. Oh, what to do, what to do. Hi, Karen, good morning. Yeah, I was thinking a strip too, but then I'm thinking, well, what if I get this so fat that it pops out of the strip? But that would work, or even just like a little pocket. Let's see here. Let's grab a piece of nah. I'm looking at scraps here. I guess if it was a wide enough strip, I don't want words though. Maybe this. Yeah, this. This is a little on the too wide side. Let's trim that down. Let's make this go all the way. No, because we want to make sure that it's realized that this is a tuck for that. So we'll go right about here, and then I'm going to cut off. Let's make that line all the way across. I'm going to cut off some of that too. That was a good idea. Hi, Kristen. Yeah, I don't feel like my magnets will work. So yeah, something for it to slip into is the best idea. And I'm not doing any sewing on this journal, so I'm not going to stitch it on, although stitching it would be best. But I could do a little piece of ephemera right on top of that too. Let's go right about there. Yep, it's Stamperia. And I got both the 12 by 12 and the 8 by 8 background papers and um, main papers. So the background papers are double-sided and the main papers are not. I don't want that too tight. Let's see, let's find a little piece of ephemera. I've already cut out the ephemera out of the 12 by 12s. Hand cut, of course. No. I'm looking for something small. That'll just look weird all by itself. But if I put it with stuff, okay, won't worry about that right now. Let's get this glued down. And I think I'm just going to glue it on 3 sides. Oops, I can't glue it on 3 sides because I have this whole thing right there. I don't really want a pocket in the top either. Okay, we're just going to not think about pockets for this. I'm just going to glue it directly down. And I was watching Ann Kenlin this morning, and she got a neat idea from a friend. And I'm going to use that idea too because it's so easy and very cool. And it's just, and you could make a greeting card the same. So for those of us card makers, let's get this kind of on an even Steven. And I'm going to lay magnet down on this just to give it a little bit of extra pressure. Let's go this way. And so this is the idea. So it's the same size as an A2 card and super, super easy to do. But I think I want to make one on a smaller scale. So this one's a little bit big to be inside of these because these are 4 1/4. So I want it a little bit smaller. I'm going to try it, friends. I am going to try it. This really needs to be moved farther up and out of the way. Let's put it over here while it's drying. Okay. So I have here a piece of coffee dye paper, 8.5 by 11. And what I want to do is I want to make it about 1 inch smaller on each side. So I'm going to use my ruler here. Go in about 1 inch. And just tear instead of cutting. But this one is an 8.5 by 11. I'm just measuring in on the inch spot on my little Tim Holtz ruler here. Good morning, Andrea. Okay, and get 1 inch off of this side. Oops. Don't move on me. I need you to be straight. Okay, we can save these for fodder. Let's put the lid on my glue real quick. So fold this way. And 1 inch may have been too much, but we're going to find out. And then fold this way. And fold it again so I have a nice crease in that. And in fact, with the creases, I'm going to go ahead and ink those up. So I can see them. And then on one side, I'm going to fold this up almost to the line. Get it as straight as I can. And then on this side, I'm going to fold it down. I want to have that lined up. And let's go about here and just make sure that it's, you know, parallel to this right here. And we're going to glue those down. And I'm going to use my goopy glue. Let's get a little piece of mess making pad. Just fold that back down. So after the video, I'll try and remember to link Anne's video. Put this side down. Then on the small side, I'm going to cut right here. And in my case, I think I'll tear just so I've got kind of, and I'm only going to tear to that center line. Okay, and then we fold this over. No, I might have torn the wrong thing. I think I tore the wrong side. Okay. No, I didn't. So we're going to fold this over this way. We're going to fold this one up this way. We'll fold this one back around. And then I'm just going to get those nice and even. And then I'll grab my foam folder. Ah, serious construction, yes. I just want to make sure all these sides are kind of nice and even. And then I'll go ahead and ink these. How did I have this? I forgot. Okay, then I think before I glue these down, I will decorate them. But that makes a good size for, you know, a little pocket inside that also has journaling space. See, these sides are going to get glued down, but want some decor on that bad boy. Let's go ahead and ink these up. Fifty Shades. Denise? No. Friend from the Philippines. No. Oh my gosh. I can't remember your first name. I'm sorry. I am bad. Really bad. I have to think for a minute. Tina Wankanobi. Yes. That's it. Okay, so want to stick with the papers we're using. And let's grab the 8x8 pad. I love this right here. This is just kind of my colors. So take this one out. And this is double-sided. So I think I want it to go flip it over. Just to make pencil marks. Well, that didn't show up very well. Let's try that again. Okay. I'm just kind of eyeballing here. Yeah, Craft Roulette. It's Craft Roulette Friday. And I really need to trim a bit more off this side and this side. Okay. Now this is real scientific here, friends. When I say a bit, I just mean a bit. And I'm just lining this up with the lines, the grid lines on my trimmer. Okay, and then pencil mark right here. Bye, Vicky. See you later, Wally Gator. Yes, I like that. And then since this is going to get glued down, it doesn't have to go all the way in. Let's cut here. They are about, gosh, I would venture to guess about 80 pounds. So they're not super thin, no. I wish they were a little more saturated than they are, but you know, it is what it is. So like when you see them when you're shopping for them, they look much more saturated than they actually are. Where did that heartburn come from? It's out of the blue. Okay, let's see what I want to put here. I think I want to put, I don't want anything sticking out because it will, you know, impede things from going in. So we'll have to make tags to go in here. Hi, Vicky. I probably should set this over here so I can get to my ink. And I could even make this piece a pocket, and maybe I will. But I would only want to put something very thin in, just like a piece of paper. See, that can even be another pocket. I'll leave it a pocket, and whether we use it or not is a whole nother thing. Yeah, and I mean, I guess the pocket saturation is a matter of taste. The pocket saturation, I don't know where that came from. This one is pretty much true to color that you see on the website, but I have another one that I bought for my Asian journal, and the reds just aren't nearly deep enough red for my liking. And glue that down so it's not an open pocket. Compared to what you see when you look at the advertisement, when you see it on Amazon or see it, you know, somewhere. Hey, Ellen, good morning. Get this in here so it's nice and straight-ish. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't need it to be perfect. And we'll put this little bird on. These little birds. I'm all about birds. Anything birds, I'm on it. So then now I can glue these edges together. Oops, I don't know why I put glue all the way up there. I didn't need to. This one needs the glue. And this one can get glued down if I want to. I think I do. Yeah, I think I do want to. Add a little bit of glue here. And I do want to add something reinforcing in here because it's, you know, floppy. The distress ink that I'm using today is Vintage Photo. It's pretty much what I use for most everything. So unless it's, you know, cooler tones, and then I might go in for the walnut stain or the burnt timber, scorched timber, which is kind of a little bit of a greenish hue. Let's see, is there anything that would indicate, where's that paper pack? Something of a journaling card in here. Maybe not this paper pack. Got all kinds of cute envelopes and stuff like that, but I don't see anything that would necessarily merit a journaling card. Let me try the other pack. There's an envelope, but it's too big. Where's the other 8x8? Don't know. Oh, what have I done? Here we go. Oops. See, for instance, something like that. But I would want to put it in a pocket because it's too pretty to cover both sides. So let's do that. Let us do that. I think I want this wintry scene here. Okay, I need pocket there. Come on. Try and pick these up. It's impossible sometimes. Okay, it can be a corner tuck pocket. Or a bottom pocket. I think we'll do a bottom pocket. That'll give it more reinforcement. Yeah, because I wanted you guys to see the trimming. I don't usually, but I think I'm off camera with the bottom of it. Okay, and let's do I want rounded corners? I don't think I do. I think I want a little bit more reinforcement on this background. So let's do Well, I hear the dog going bonkers. Of course. Mostly I don't like to because if I lift it too high, it gets stuck. But you have to lift it up enough to get your paper in there. So that can be a whole nother pocket somewhere. And even if it's not on this, it'll be somewhere. Okay, perfect. I think I want to leave that at the top. I love the Graphic 45 Ocean one too. In fact, I bought that for one of the whatchamacallit. You know what it's called. Sheet load. Sheet load cards. You know what? Listen, I am a pocket junkie. I love pockets. So let's turn that into a pocket too. Just a little indication that someone knows it's a pocket. And in that case, I'll probably have to trim this pocket down a bit, which is fine. I'll do it just like this. Oh, there's no backside to this paper. Maybe I'll just go like that. Yep. Okay. Okay. Does what need WD-40 on the hinge? What? Do you need me? I can zoom in. You just won't be able to see everything if I zoom in. But I can oh, that's a pretty side too. Oh no. This is the, oh, no, I'll show you. So when you lift it all the way up, the blade will come past that edge right there, and then it won't come down unless you pick it up and move it back out again. So that's how it sticks. So you guys, I don't know. I think I want to use this side. I have problems. All of my tonic trimmers have done that. I don't complain too much. I complain if they quit cutting, and this one every once in a while acts a fool, but I get around it. Oh my gosh, what is that dog going bonkers over? I have been so busy with the new Trinity release coming out on the 30th, making samples. I've got about 6 more to go, and then I'm done, and I can relax and get back to the business of other, whatever that other might be. Let's trim that. So as long as I lift it gently, it's fine. I think I don't want very much covered up at all. Hi, Anna. Everybody Plays the Fool is a song. Sometimes. Oh gosh, who sang that? Come on, somebody here remembers. Listen, baby. Four Tops? No. I don't know. I can't remember. I usually do, Anna, but I'm trying to stay in screen so people can see what I'm doing. And I've got this big old chunk of book in my way. But I'm about to add this to it, so There's no exception to the rule. Somebody's probably gonna copyright ding me. Now we've got a little journaling card. Can go in this pocket. I can make a little tag for that pocket. And let's do a little bit of inspiration here. How about that one? You know what? I think we'll put the journaling card in here so we can see the Nutcracker. Maybe I'll make a little ticket for there. Somebody did sing it. The main ingredient. Okay. Yep, that's probably true. Boy, that was an old one. I know it's happened. Mike's gone outside with his posse and left the dog inside, which made him mad. So he's sitting there, and you guys probably can't hear him because I have a fabulous microphone. But he is just sitting down there, yip, 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 yipping. And typically at this point, I would call Mike and say, dude, come get your dog. Oh, hey, Zani. Is it Zani? Zane? I don't know. Tell me. Tell me your name so I can say it properly when I say hello instead of just spouting off words. Now the back we can leave blank as well. And the only problem with that journaling card there is getting it back out. So I should probably dip that too. Let's dip it both and dip it good. Dip it a little bit bigger. That way it can be grabbed. Just tuck a little piece of paper in there for now. And so, I'm sure this is probably stuck by now. Things out of the way. Yeah, this is a noise canceling microphone, I understand, because whenever I run my heat tool, nobody can hear it. So I can put this right here. If I do that, I think I want to put it in a belly band or in a pocket so the whole thing can be pulled out. Let's make a pocket for that. No, don't like that one for it. Let's see. Maybe I like it going this way. Nope, no, that's in the negative. Nope. The pocket for the pocket, yes. I do a belly band. I don't like that. This probably won't fit in the envelope, will it? Will it? It will. Oh, look. I'm live, Michael. Oh, but then I'd cover the back of that. I don't want to do that either. Okay, I can make this a flip out. Nope. Okay, still thinking, still thinking. Because if you're not able to pick this up out of here, then it's going to be hard to get the journaling card out. Okay, idea. And I don't have any of my ribbon or anything. I don't want my letters sideways. I think we'll do a belly band for it. What do you think? Pencil? Yeah. He forgets. You know, I tell him I'm going live at 9 o'clock. Okay, okay, great. And then he forgets. Or comes up here to tell me something, or, yeah. And I am on a very uneven surface here trimming this. Look, a gnat. He was yelling at his dog, too. Telling him, okay, okay. I always tell him, you know, I don't care what he does. Live your life. You know, you're retired. Go have fun. Go do your old man rounds. But text me so I know. And I'm not wondering, you know, if you're dead on the side of the road. Isn't that the saying? And belly bands don't have to be directly in the middle, now do they? No, they do not. I'm just laying this here so that I can make sure that I get this tight enough and not too tight. Okay. This one was the one I had a belly band on the other side. So I think I made this tag since I last saw you guys. I still haven't done anything with this little booklet. Let's close this for a moment. Yeah, that works out fine right there. Because I need to find a way to close this one too, because I can't handle the flipping flopping. But I have it already glued down, so I'm going to have to find another solution. All right, see you later, Andrea. That's right, I put that belly band wherever I want. If I make a grommet hole here, that would look weird, but it would work because I just don't necessarily trust glue to hold like a ribbon. But I guess it could. Let me find a piece of let's see what I've got here. Yes, it is Stamperia paper. Okay, I am just dumping crap everywhere. I could just lift this up just a little bit, very carefully, maybe, and tuck it under. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Yes, it's all the same collection. Let me see if I can figure out the name of it. I did save it here somewhere. It is Stamperia the Nutcracker. Yep, I'm going to take a risk here and carefully carve up underneath here so I can get that ribbon up under there. I want to get it tucked pretty deeply. Let's that out. As long as I don't rip the paper that's showing, I'm in good shape. If I'm ripping the underside, that's fine. And let's do, I'm going to do this glue here. So I'm going to lift this, squirt glue under there. And just take my tweezers, push this up under. Try and get it centered a little bit-ish. I don't care if it's wrinkly. I just want it centered. These are my favorite tweezers. I would never be able to use, oops, I forgot that's a magnet, to use the reverse ones. I have in the past, but no. I probably have way too much here. And this one, what I'll do is I will glue this between a little piece of paper. So just like on the other side. Just to kind of make sure that it's nice and secure. I don't want that pencil line on there. Do want it opened out so I can get the maximum coverage of glue here. Oh, hi, Jenny. If I didn't say hi, hi, Nima. Sometimes I forget whether I said hello or not. It's okay. It's all part of the aging process. Let's see if there's a little piece of ephemera that I can put on there. I have a little nut. Sometimes you feel like a nut, and sometimes you don't. I watch this guy on Instagram, and he's so funny. He's with his daughter, she must be 18 at least because she's covered in tattoos, but she's super, super pretty, and he's good looking too. Um, anyway, they talk to each other about their languages. Like this morning, he was trying to see if she could figure out who Austin Powers was, and she had no idea. And he'll bring up words that we used in the 70s and stuff. She won't have any clue what they are. I'm not going to tie this together just yet because I want to make sure that that glue is 100% dry. But now we've got so I'm going to have to figure out a way to attach this too. Originally, this Graphic 45 album has a magnet here and a magnet here, but this is too thick to take care of a magnet. So we have to go another direction with that. This page I'm going to leave as is. Not sure what to do with that yet. And we've got this whole inner part to still deal with. Let me zoom back out a little. I can't get the whole thing in screen, but so still tons of stuff decorating, covering. I don't know. I don't want to make this too thick. But I definitely want it functional. Yeah, I mean, I had used the reverse tweezers for years until I got my hands on. And the main reason that I love these is because they come to such a, they get pretty cruddy, but they come to such a tiny point that it will pick up the smallest of little pieces of paper. And I can't do that with my own fingers. I can't pick up small papers. So we have this envelope. Still have to figure out what to do with that. I don't know where I want to put it yet. I think it would be cute right here. Then I have to make a closure for it. And I don't mind doing that because all I need to do is just put a rat in there. And then just tie the string around. Everybody plays a fool. Let's see here. Where is my big crocodile? You guys should see my floor. I have every bit of all of my Trinity Stamp stuff all over the floor. Because, you know, I like to combine my stuff. Let's see. Get the big hole. Is that the big one? No, this is the big one. And I can almost never get these centered. I could make a mark, but I just eyeball them. And then we can put a little something something inside of that. Yeah, I didn't want to, that was my problem, is I did not want to, let's cover my ink so I don't lay my book in it. Ah, good thing my foot wasn't where those scissors landed. So if I have this here, I want it to flip down so that you can see and utilize this part. So I'm sure I don't have any washi that would be suitable. I think I need to, okay, let's get the sari ribbon around there. Is this one big enough? It might be. I hate it that they sew these together like this because, well, it's a pain to deal with, but we're going to see. No, I can still get it through. Well, if we leave it right there, it'll look nice and messy. I like that. Okay. Okay, that's gonna flip down. Stretch out this sari right here. I bought a big old ball of this sari. Or I can just put a pocket there. But if I put a pocket, see, this is the logic. If I put a pocket here, the pocket's gonna need to be big enough so that when I flip it up this way, this thing doesn't fall out of the pocket. or the pocket needs to be a side pocket. So that's what we'll do. 8-ball side pocket. Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Hey, Chow. Okay, where did we put my trimmer? There it is. And I need to take pictures of this. Now I can't find my line. There it is. I need to take pictures of this and get them posted on the Relatively Thoughtful Facebook group. Okay, let's trim that off just a wee bit more, and let's do it from this side. I'm looking for my, here it is. Of my progress. Yeah, I'm thinking out loud. Sorry about that. Yeah. Thank you, Tina. Honestly, other than just putting this together and creating pockets and tucks and things, the paper does all the work. Make sure that that'll tuck into there. Yes, it will. Okay. Just leave that sit for a minute and think about this part, and then I'll close off for the day because gone an hour here. I think I want a little bit of decoration over here on this side because otherwise I will feel unbalanced. And you don't want me feeling unbalanced. Look at this. Isn't that precious? Yep, that's gonna go there. I'm not doing any stamping at all on this. Just simply a paper journal. You guys know that I'm going to leave a space. No, I'm not. Change my mind. So are the few of you doing the crop and create this weekend? It's this weekend, right? Look at that. Isn't that precious? I mean, it's going to get covered up with the envelope, but I still want you to be able to see something when you take the envelope out. Okay. So these go like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, so I've kind of got my fatness, so I need to be thoughtful, mindful of what I do inside of here. Got a Christmas tree. Let's see. What else do I have here? I've got, oh, here's a tag that I made. Come here, tag. Or no, this is a tag that is part of the cut aparts. I like that tag. Let's see, do I have more tags? Look at this grandfather clock. Love that. See, I could just make a scene inside of here if I wanted to and not have, you know, anything in there. Force down so you can stick and see it. Yeah, I'll never be able to do that unless somehow I win the lottery. But not, I'm not saying that it's expensive. It's just not money that I can put together even in the payment plan. Oh yeah, here's a cool. I like this tag right here. Let's crunch that up, and it's also a journaling spot. I'm not even going to put a hole in it. I'm just going to leave it tag shaped and put it right there in that pocket like that. Ta-da! I don't know if this is going to be sustainable, but it is what it is for now. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, there is a ton of stuff. And trust me, at the cost of stamps and dies and everything right now, it's a good value. It's a fabulous value. Just like the Tim Holtz packet was a fabulous value. It wasn't a value I could do, but it was a fabulous value. Let's just put that down. Okay, so that's it for today, friends. I'm going to wrap up and go make myself some breakfast and contemplate my OPN. Hopefully by next Friday, we will have this thing finished and we can jump back into that Halloween journal. Thanks everybody for coming to hang out with me for this last hour on a Friday morning. I hope you've had your coffee. If you're a coffee drinker, look, I like this as a pocket too. Stop it. And don't forget to leave me a thumbs up on the way out. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, friends, I am 4 subscribers away from 4K. Just 4 tiny subscribers. So, but listen, I don't want you to subscribe if it's not something that is your thing. If my style isn't your thing, definitely don't. It's a waste because what happens is that YouTube will eventually kick you off if you don't watch my videos. So, anyway, that's all I have. Take care.